Candiace delighted fans with the pregnancy announcement on Monday. The Drive Back singer and her husband Chris premiered an adorable pregnancy reveal in an Entertainment Tonight exclusive that landed without a notice. The announcement came just hours after the airing of part 3 of the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. At that reunion, Candiace had looked visibly upset after being gaslit by some of the girls, despite having been a clear target of a physical attack in a controversial incident. Needless to say, that whole thing was totally mishandled at their reunion. And just weeks after announcing her departure from the show, Candiace melted hearts with the announcement that she and Chris are 13 weeks pregnant with their first child together. And that's crazy because I could have sworn that some of y'all's comments have been speculating that Candiace might in fact be pregnant, which forms a big part of why she had made the decision to step away from the increasingly toxic environment that has been cultivated now on the show. I mean, the fact that we had Deborah lunging at her in a raging fit is good enough reason for her to step away and focus on this beautiful time away in a safer environment. I'm so ready to laugh with you till the end of our breaths, Candiace says in a sweet video. The pregnancy is definitely a sweet end to what has otherwise been a dark season for the Real Housewives of Potomac. And after Sunday's explosive reunion, where Gizelle tried placing blame on Candiace and Wendy for Deborah's questionable behavior, this is something very beautiful. And I don't even know what Gizelle was trying to do, because Deborah, who came to the event through Ashley, is the one who accosted and attacked Candiace in a failed attempt to start a moment.
I can give my thoughts?
No,
what do you mean?
I'm just saying, no, you can give your thoughts. I receive your thoughts. I heard you. I let you have your moment, but there is nothing else to discuss on this issue.
But now that Candiace has made the decision to walk away from the show, it's clear that her journey to motherhood needed to take top priority. Candiace also revealed that the network had instructed her to tone it down and refrain from excessive vitriolic energy at their reunion.
Because everybody in America sees you for exactly who the you are.
Which she now says to be the reason why she held back quite a lot. And as for why she cried for more than usual, the Drive Back singer says, we now know. In the exclusive with Entertainment Weekly, Candiace said, I wanted a space around us and around our child to feel peaceful and to feel positive. We wanted to be able to experience it for ourselves without any added pressure from the show. I was not confident that I could have that in the space that the show is in currently. She also talked about how initially she had considered being able to bring us along her journey to motherhood on the show despite the increasing toxicity, but that she started having nightmares about it. My hope is that they can unsync themselves, that there can be a dynamic shift, that there can be growth and change and a lightening of things. I wish them well. Her well wishes are much needed energy for the girls remaining behind, especially now that calls for a boycott are mounting on social media. But while all eyes are on Candiace and Chris now, there's more chaos coming out of the RHOP camp. Earlier on Monday, Robyn announced that she had been fired from the show. Robyn shared the news on the Reasonably Shady podcast, which she co-pilots with her bestie Gizelle. She said, the network did not invite me back. I was fired, for lack of better words. Dixon went on to make it clear that she wasn't about to sugarcoat how she left the show, because her departure was strictly a network decision. Now, I don't know if she tried sneaking in some kind of shade to Candiace, because we know that Candiace announced her departure in her own terms. Back in March, Candiace broke the news via People magazine, saying, as I embark on a new chapter after 6 remarkable years with the Real Housewives of Potomac, I am filled with gratitude for the enriching friendships, personal growth, and moments of introspection that have defined this journey, she said at the time. And with the whirlwind of new opportunities and responsibilities on my plate, I decided to take a break from RHOP. Candiace also added back then that this wasn't a goodbye per se, and more of a see ya later. Again, now we know why. Robyn is not the only full-time cast member who has officially been handed her pink slip. According to the Jasmine brand, Nneka will also not be returning to the show for another season. Which is kind of sad for me, because I think Nneka deserved at least another season to find her own voice and vibe on the show before being let go. Although that whole voodoo witchcraft thing against Wendy was a ball and played into some pretty pathetic stereotypes that this show must answer for. But I would have loved to see how Nneka would have evolved on the show over time. Well, that won't be happening now. In addition to Mia, who has been clocked in, Gizelle, Karen and Ashley seem to be the only ones completely unscathed by the ups and downs so far, which should be unsurprising seeing that they are the OGs who started out with the show. I'm guessing that the network and the producers are counting on the very fact and that future changes can still build on top of that old structure. All of that despite the fact that Ashley's antics are the ones that brought us into the whole Deborah mess that gave us another physical violence incident that declassed the show. If she remains untouched, makes you wonder if Carlos King was right when he said she's basically a producer plant who does exactly what they want her to do. Gizelle is obviously a sweetheart with the higher-ups who seem to protect her despite being at the center of the show's many problems. Wendy, who also appears to be staying at this point in time, will no longer have a solid ally on the show after Candiace's departure. But I also think with Robyn being out of the show, dynamics could shift a little bit, even though in actual fact, we know Mia, Gizelle and Ashley don't really vibe with Wendy that much. I just don't see how that will work out at the moment. But on the flip side, losing Wendy right now won't be a good look for this production and all the colorism charges that stand against it. And Candiace ultimately is the winner in this whole situation. And now that we've finally wrapped up a highly controversial reunion that followed an intense season, what will happen to RHOP? Candiace also spoke about what it would take for her to return. Would the producers be able to make an offer to capture this chapter of her life? Comment down below, like and share this video and subscribe to the channel for more content. Welcome back to the Quench channel and welcome to Candiace's journey to her time as a mom. It's all the more sweet because Candiace has been wanting to be a mom on the show for a while now. Her journey unfolded across multiple episodes and seasons, showcasing a significant and emotional experience for her, Chris, and the viewers. We saw her getting married, starting her music and acting careers, and also balancing that out with her dream to be a mom. We also saw her freezing her eggs on the show. As the seasons progressed, Candiace and her determination to expand her family remained unwavering. Although she went back and forth as her music career had also started taking off, she really wanted this to be planned out, and now it's so heartwarming to see her wish come true. Not the same can be said for the situation behind it, RHOP, where there's a major cast shakeup that has already begun. I don't think it's surprising that Robyn has finally been let go. In addition to the rumors that started swirling around about her being fired already months ago, I think the consensus has sadly been that she really doesn't add much to the show. I think her antics at the reunion didn't really help her case that much, sadly, because she seemed to interrogate other people's husbands despite hers being absent again. And that, I think, speaks in general to her MO with Gizelle, as both of them have been criticized for not really giving us reality and or iconic moments and rather focusing on instigating drama elsewhere to build their storylines. There's still no concrete word on Wendy at this time, but I think we will know in the coming days. Now, as for Candiace, one can't help but wonder how this announcement will impact things, if at all, over at Bravo. Would there be talks of a spin-off with Chris? Too soon to say, but I'm not mad at the idea. Or would they offer her something that would make her reconsider her decision to leave the show? Many fans will be robbed of the opportunity to watch her and Chris on their journey. Will she really just retreat into a safe space and consider coming back at a later season, just as she initially indicated? Time will tell. Comment down below, like and share this video to bump us up in the algorithm, and remember to subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.